So I'm going to talk about the power of religion. So to start to talk about power of religion, let's all recall our school history class. We all learned our history of religion, right? It started with 3 beliefs: animism, shamanism, and totemism. Okay, they are the beginning of religion. They are the roots. But here's a thought: what if? Okay, what if religion did not exist? Would our lives, our world, our society, would it all still be the same? If so, these religions wouldn't be there in the beginning if religion didn't exist. So my answer is no. Because if religion did not exist, we wouldn't be putting people into graves. We would be just throwing them out. I know it sounds cruel, but think about it. It's just something what we might do because we don't know, our mental mind, we don't know anything about the afterlife. That thought wouldn't exist in the mental mind. So let's go deeper in religious vocabularies. Okay? If religion did not exist, we wouldn't have these vocabularies. And if vocabularies did not exist, what about literature or books? And what about movies? Movies, there are thousands of movies about angels, heaven, the God, and all those fighting and fantasy films, right? They wouldn't be there. And also religious names. Peter, Daniel. And I also believe your name is also religious, right? So you guys would have to have a different name. And wait a sec. I lost where I was. Oh, and here's the most embarrassing part. What about the religious holidays? For example, Christmas. Will we all be studying or working like just another day? That would just be so depressing. And I wouldn't even like that because I love religious holidays. And even though people might say, I don't believe in God, I don't have a religion. But look around, we're all living in a world that was created by religion. That is my thought. And let's talk about science and religion. What is science about? Science is all about proof, right? And religion is all about belief and faith, okay? These two are both like the opposite, different, not opposite, but quite different things, but they keep having conflict with each other. Why? First, here's an example. Do you know the phrase, ancient people thought something, something, something? The phrase ancient people thought, those phrases show in a lot of documentary films and movies. But why? Why ancient? It's because science started to prove things. And here's my theory. 오, 너무 밝은데. So let's say this is our timeline. Our timeline right now, and we are here. This would be now. Okay? We're comparing religion and science, right? Let's say this is religion. Let's say Christian. Okay? And for Christian, this would be their timeline, right? And for science, this would be their timeline. Okay? So you said on Wednesday, what if religion was actually true, a true fact? To Christian, this timeline would be a history. A true fact, meaning the Bible itself would be the history education book. But in science, do you know the evolution of a human being? No? It starts with a cell. Okay? It starts with a cell, it goes into fish and monkeys and all of that, right? And then in the end, it's human, it's us. This is the evolution of a human being. We believe this, right? Have you seen it with your own eyes, the whole process? No, but we believe this. Why? Because they are bones. Bones is a scientific effect. The evidence. Let's say people started knowing science at this point, started discovering fossils and bones and stuff at this point. To science point of view, from this point on, history will become religion. Do you get it? So science, in science point of view, history will be the big part, but religion would merely be the small part of history. But to Christian, this whole thing is history. So religion itself is history. So religion itself is history. This is how they see the future, present, the past, and this is how they see the future, present, the past. They're all different point of view, but you can't say what is wrong and what is right. Now, let's use this into another example about, a long time ago when farmers, they pray to God for rain because they believe that God had the power to control weather, right? But right now, do you believe that God has the power to control weather? No, there are evidence, scientific principle, that there are reasons that is not true. But science keep proving religious theories, but religion still exists. It doesn't fall, it still exists right now. So that is the power of religion in this part. Ooh.
친절하게 지워주고.
Now, next one. This is the percentage of how many people, Korean people, believe what. So let's ignore the people who doesn't believe anything, okay? So the second, ranking first and second, would be the Buddhism and Proteanism, I think that's what it's called. So the Buddhism, the funny thing is Buddha, the religion Buddhist, is it Korean? No, it's not. How about the Proteanism? They're not Korean also. But they exist in Korea and we believe in it. Why? Because if you go back to the history, we have a long relationship, unbreakable relationship between these relationship and our history. And it still continues to now. The world changes, but the history still stays. The religion still stays. It doesn't fall, it still stays. So what I'm saying is, even though whatever happens in this world, religion is the most powerful thing, so it's inevitable to ignore it. And that's my conclusion.